Yo, it's Jesse with Bowman Land Clearing. I could have done a job yesterday, but I had a bunch of stuff going on yesterday. So I got the new knives from Romek, from Conroe, Texas. I think that's where they're from. That's where I ordered mine because they've been the cheapest. So I had two problems with, because I done some dirt work, and I'll tell you, I don't know if I'm the only one or not. I know I'm read a comment about it. I found all these. There's more underneath everything. But this is how many golf balls I found the other day in doing some dirt work. I didn't record it because it was only like an hour and a half of, it took me longer to take it off the trailer than it did anything else. So the first thing was I couldn't get these loose. These are, I don't know if it's just a cat design or it's just, if they're new, they're nice and fancy. But the problem is, see how it's busted right there? So, and not all that, it's at an angle. So see it, when you put your thing on it, it's literally like rubbing against this, so you got to push it. So they're not taking grease. And I'm just gonna take those off. Whoops. Take those off because they got like chunks taken out and they look oval. So, and they're not being greased. So I spray them with PB. They're doing good. But the only reason I got it off is because I used a freaking sledge. And then second thing is the knives. They are just, I mean, that would it'd take me forever. So I did order off Amazon these 3M brand, which you have to have these sealed. I did have a container, but I threw the box away with the package it came in. So it showed 3M brand, so I'm not sure. Sorry, the GoPro died. So you get 25, and after shipping and all that, it was like $134. And everybody else is over $200-something. But at the time that I already have all my information in through Amazon, so, and these are 36 grit, you know, 36. I wonder if I can get some more aggressive, because since I have more face on the knives than anything else. So, but they got 25 for $134, and that was shipping, handling, brought here. So should be good, and you have to keep them sealed, so I'm not sure to like put them in a Ziploc bag. They did have some kind of like aluminum foil looking, like an actual, I don't know, like you put for welding rods in, kind of like a bag. So well, we're going to go ahead and get the knives over here, get these broke loose, and I'll see if I can't find some Zert fittings. If not, then I'll run to the store and grab some. All right, so we got the new knives on. Then I started working on the grease fittings for the machine. So they screw out and it comes out like a whole little thing there, and then you got like a little piece that slides in there. So now I'm gonna take the air compressor and blow out around from it. So, and then I had some of these Harbor Freight stuff right here, and it's the 8th, so there's 27 straight. It's a 10 piece. That was this one right here. So I got 2 of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the compressor on, see if I can't get those to clean out and then scrape around it, so that way a bunch of debris don't get down in there, which it does anyway. So we're gonna try to keep it from doing it, packing, and hopefully it'll be a lot nicer to go up and down with the pieces. All right, so after all the sweat and bullets and everything else, I took those little sleeves and then blew the air through them, which they was packed, which is not good on the piece there. So I'm just going to kind of keep going up and down on it. Hopefully it'll take some. I highly doubt it, because you can kind of see how much grease it shot out. But they did go in and out a little smoother, but other than this left one right here, it's freaking nightmare. So see, I'm having to, I don't know, I may have to take them out and have somebody clean them out. So I mean, this one, the right side went in pretty nice, but the left one, it's just packed. So, but it is a little better. A little better than what it was before. All right, so this morning we're up here getting another customer taken care of, so you can kind of see this edge of the field. He's got a fence just really behind the brush all the way around. Then once after I hit this corner, then I can push as far as it, because his property goes way back. This side goes way back, but he's just wanting me to deface everything, take it up high as I can, because he said he's getting tired of it scratching his face. So when he's on the lawnmower, so that's what we got. And then we got to go all the way up towards the front of the house. So we'll be getting all this, pushing the privet. Some of the privet's dead, just got to chew it up, which we got some new knives. So privet, and supposedly somebody else has already done the mulching. So we just got to keep pushing it back. So it's been a couple years ago. So that way we can clean it up and then push it further back just a hair. That way he ain't got to worry about it. Let's get to it. All right, so right here he's got a few trees overhanging. Of course, the neighbor's dog absolutely going nuts over there. So trying to figure out what the fence. I can see some of the fence. Try to cut this at an angle just because there's some trees and privet over here, so I'm trying to chop it back if we can. But right here on my left is really tight for the fence and the brush. But also there's a hill right over here on my right, so I've got to try to be careful because he's got really nice grass. But I'm trying to stay at least 15-20 foot on the top side without turning too hard. Trying to get as much as I can. Ah, that hurt my ears. That does hurt ears. Cut it at an angle, just watch the fence. Now I'm going to try to approach it at a different angle. This stuff right here, cutting around the property line, don't take too long. But at least try to tell my day and a half. Door, but I think it's a little bit cleaned up. I'm also trying not to swing it on the paper either. Luckily there's a fence. The rest of it he could just cut it and throw it to the side. Some of them may just have to use my pole saw to kind of cut, drop. Close to that house, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the directions I'm projecting it out at. this is one thing I hate about the push bars, because it's got that triangle in there. So every time I go up on a tree, it breaks the tree limb and throws it on top. So I thought about cutting these top pieces off and redesign it like the newer ones, how they got the little, just like that much off the corner, so that way you can at least chop tree limbs. But this is what I hate about my big bulky turd box, but it's all good. So we pushed and turn these up. I got it spooling down, so that way I can see. But you can kind of see I pushed from that far corner down that way, and then just kind of pushing it. All they did was just deface everything, and I'm actually like full-fledged clearing the fence or property line. There's 2 of them, so as long as I can see, there's a gap right in between there to there. So I'm thinking a tree fell, so I'm gonna try to cut it, because I got the cutters right here. That way I can, and it starts back over next to that tree where it grew into it. So anyway, we'll get that, and then I'm gonna pole saw stuff every so often, and then get out and then mulch it up and clean it up. Another one. So all the customer wanted was just a little bit of pushing, because I don't think he realizes how much I can push. Because he's like, I eventually want that cleaned up. Like, well, if you don't, then you're gonna have this privet stuff growing back out. So I'm just shaving it a little back a little bit, and because all this stuff's hanging out from the road, or from the edge. So I'm gonna pick back up some of that down there. I got chunks all in the yard, so I'm gonna throw them back over here and mulch them up, kick them back over. So yeah, that way he won't have to worry about it for a while, and he'll have his nice grass. Well, after I cleaned up this corner, getting the chunks out, I got some up there I didn't realize, but I threw a bunch of stuff that was laid up against that, so I want to go ahead and throw it in the pile. He was bringing me something, and he gave me, it's a local barbecue place, 2 of these and 2 sandwiches, man. I have some awesome customers at times. Some of them cook out for me, some of them bring me food, and they're like, man, this is awesome. Which he just told me that, he said, this is way better than the last time. So I just said, well, I was like, well, I know how much I can push in a day, so I just push up, you know, 30-40 feet, and if I can come back and chew up a little bit more, I'm going to do that, so that way it'll benefit you in the long run. So that's what I'm about. But anyway, I'm going to scarf some of this down, and I'm going to keep on going, so that way we can get done with the day. So yeah, looks pretty good. teeth out. Grab some tree limbs, and then that throws you for a loop. So I didn't record much of that left side because every time I started the thing, then it kept dropping a bunch of privet, because that privet was curled hard. It come up and dropped because of the muscadine vine. So every time I chopped it, it fell on top and just wasted. But anyway, went up down through there cleaning the bunch. My chains are probably 90,000 degrees. Got a few more twigs here and there I got to deal with. But you can kind of see how much we push. I mean, we pushed pretty much this right here. Get that all up there. My GoPro's fixing to die. All right, so my GoPro died. So now I'm walking around. Customer has a few chunks wanted me to pick up, so you can kind of see how much I push back. Get these up for him. Stuff I swore I pick up 4 or 5 times, and then but he owns a little bit more, push back a little bit. You can kind of see what we got. Some pretty decent stuff. So it's pretty much this top side, it drops off after all this. So, but we got this. There's a few chunks. I told him I was going to take pictures of my work, that way I can pick up the chunks that I missed that went over 4 or 5 times. But anyway, I'll show you this, and I'm gonna pick this lower corner up, and I'll show you that over there. Man, it is beyond hot. It's like 97 degrees. So I walked all this down there, picked up a bunch of chunks that flew out there. Got a few of them over there in the grass. Got a few more pieces to pick up. Whew. It is hot, I'm dripping sweat. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean this section up, and I'll show you the close to the road. I wasn't able to push much, but the proper line was right on the where the privet was. Here's the rest. Just pushed back a little bit. We may have pushed down a little bit lower than the proper line, but keep that stuff from growing. The proper line is really right there at behind this. But that's it. I'm beyond sweating. I'm about to pass out. I've drunk like 4 bottles of water today. Wasn't cold, but it was decent. Anyway, that's it. This customer was super awesome. He gave me 2 sandwiches, barbecue sandwiches, gave me a little extra money, and then gave me about $100 worth of like cube steak, sirloin, hamburger meat. So that was pretty cool. So if you could like and subscribe. I work hard every day to kind of bring content, but then again, it's just I'm not looking to get a parade because I did something. I was just kind of showing you both sides of everything. So tell me what you think. See you on the next one.